Well, we begin with some breaking news. Just within the last hour, Iran revealing that its Esau nuclear facility has been hit in an airstrike. That's the country's main uranium enrichment site, and Iranian officials say there is no radiation leakage. Right now, it's unclear whether it was the U.S. or Israel that carried out that mission.
Also overnight, Iran firing 2 ballistic missiles at strategic U.S.-UK military base on the island of Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. It marks the regime's first threat to U.S. interests beyond the Middle East. Meanwhile, President Trump offering the nation a hopeful update on Operation Epic Fury. Lucas Tomlinson joining us live from Dubai to kick things off with the very latest details. And Lucas, Diego Garcia.
That's right. Good morning, Griff. Diego Garcia, a long way from the stated ranges of Iran's missiles. Remember, it's just a few years ago, the late Ayatollah.
Listen to this Edomite, man. Crying and bitching around on national television, man. You see? Iran told us they don't have missiles, which can list to up 2,000 range. You see? When Esau started being touched for real, you will see them bitching around and crying. And then you will be laughing, man. And then you will be asking yourself, we thought you are tough, man. What happened to you? You see? See? They are not even being touched like that right now, man, but they are crying. Only 6 people died. It could be more, but only a few people died, and Esau is crying everywhere, man. So with this, I want to begin by giving all of the praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Raha, Kwadash, the Buhara Seela, and the apostles of the Son who do well, a peace, blessing, and salutation to you, Akim, who are pushing this truth to the four winds of the heaven, and bear at the forefront of this spiritual war, and to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise here again, as the days of old. So, Iran right now is took a step further up the escalation ladder, man. See, right now they are projecting power beyond the Middle East. They were able to hit Diego Garcia. And I think Iran have missiles which can reach Europe. As you? And Esau is complaining about the Iranian were lying. Why should they tell you the truth? They call you great Satan. Why should they tell you the truth? Why tell Satan the truth? And as this Edomite in America, they will come to find out every nation have been lying to them. Even the state of Israel have been lying to them. See? The state of Israel is putting America into this war so that it can destroy America, man. Amalek want to destroy America. Amalek want to destroy Europe. Amalek want to destroy the Western civilization, man. He wants to bring civilization into the Middle East. That's why they have the Great Israeli Project, man. The Great Israeli Project, man. You see? America have been used all along. They will come to find out. You see? Iran have missed. Iran will be able to hit America, man. See? You see? It is in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Iran, the Persian, will be able to hit America, to touch America during World War III. Whether they will be given the missiles, they will produce themselves, we don't know that. And now Esau is crying about Diego Garcia, man. Oh, shit.
Said they don't have any missiles that go this far, so officials say it's very clear he was
Listen to this bitch, man.
lying, as well as other Iranian officials. Diego Garcia, 4,000 kilometers away. For Charlie, let's put this in miles, about 2,500 miles. And previously, Iran said their missiles only go 2,000 kilometers, or about 1,300 miles. So clearly this demonstrates that 3 weeks into this war, Iran still has some ability to launch some ballistic missiles. And
You know, Esau is in denial. Yesterday, I was watching at this alternative media, man. And that guy was like brushing off Iran like they are insignificant. Look, man. No matter how strong you are, if the Moshe wanna bring you down, he can do that quick and easy, man. Using the most weakest man on the planet you know. A quick example is between David and Goliath, man. What happened? It's not about what Iran can do. It's about what the Moshe want Iran to do and how. You see, it seems like they have some capability. Come on, man. Even these guys, they like the Scott Titt and those guys, those kind of guys, they downplay Iran, man. You see, they think somehow, even Tucker Carlson, I was listening to Tucker Carlson today, see, he still think America can survive, man. A lot of these guys, they hope America win. Deep down, they hope America wins. They still want the Western civilization. They want to wake up with the body, go to the beach over there in South Carolina or in Miami somewhere, man. They want Hollywood to be there. They want everything to be there. They love America, man. That's why they are complaining. This is Scott Litter, Dr. McGregor. They can't envision a world without America. They are not on your side, man. Even I was listening to Professor Zhang. He's in China, but he don't want America gone. He was talking today, and how I understood it, they don't want America gone. Tucker Carlson he doesn't want America gone, man. That's why they are downplaying Iran, giving you all this possibility. They don't understand the prophecy. They don't understand nothing, man. You see? That's why the scripture speak about, man. See? All of these might men, they will be dismissed. They will be like women in travail, man. Out of here talking shit, out of here talking tough, man. They will be touched. You see? Like how this dude, they broke down in national television, man, complaining about Iran. They hid their capability. Who wants to tell their enemies their capability, man? What's wrong with Esau, man? Esau's really a bitch, man. See? That's why there is a lot of similarity between the nigger woman and Esau, man. When we say that, we ain't praying, man. Listen for yourself.
Apparently some ballistic missiles that nobody knew they had, perhaps the CIA and Mossad as well. But President Trump says he thinks this war is starting to wind down after more than 15,000 missions between the United States and Israeli air forces, striking over 8,000 targets across Iran. And now we have the venerable A-10 Warthog, that 50-year-old warhorse, running strafing missions along the coastline against those small boats associated with Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. A-10 with that 30-millimeter cannon that shoots depleted uranium shells, probably only the uranium the Trump administration wants to see in Iran after those strikes you mentioned on Natanz and the nuclear sites. And recall during Midnight Hammer, those nuclear sites were hit. Officials say this was always going to be part of the latter stages of the war. Those nuclear sites don't shoot back, of course. Had to take out the air defense systems, had to take out ballistic missiles, which the Pentagon insists are down 90%, although I should mention that Iran able to launch about 60 drones at Saudi Arabia earlier today, and overnight back in the United States, Kuwait, and here in the Emirates, air defense systems were active. And this is Eid. This is the Muslim world celebrating the end of the holy month of Ramadan. It's supposed to be a happy time, but it's supposed to be a time of celebration. Iran clearly not pausing it, nor for their Nowruz New Year's, Persian New Year as well. Now, here are some of the nuclear facilities that are still left and need to be targeted. President Trump also taking a Truth Social on his way to Palm Beach last night, leaving the White House. He thinks the war is coming down to a conclusion. He said he didn't want a ceasefire. He's calling Iran obliterated, and he's saying we're getting closer to achieving our objectives, completely degrading Iran's nuclear missile and launch capabilities, destroying Iran's defense industrial base. We heard that at the Pentagon from Secretary Hegseth, General Kane, limiting their Navy and Air Force. And there's also this issue with Carr Island. We have...
How is that happening? Iran have downed their second F-35 fighter jet, man, which are considered invisible in the American army. How is that possible? America have just shot Diego Garcia. That's 2 times the capabilities they have. They said they have. And the Esau South, Diego Garcia ain't gonna be touched. If Diego Garcia get touched, how will Esau project his power on the Indo-Pacific? Of course, we have Guam Island, see? But also Guam Island will be gone. See? The Chinese, Moab will take care of Guam Island. You see? If this war intensify, man.
Over 2,000 Marines from the Boxer Amphibious Ready Group now deploying from San Diego. Of course, take about a month to get there. The Pacific, pardon the sirens back there. There's Karg Island. This is a strategic choke point for the Iranians. They ship 96% of their oil from this little island in the northern Persian Gulf outside of Basra and Kuwait. And if the Iranians are going to hold the Strait of Hormuz hostage, perhaps President Trump wants to return the favor, take something that the Iranians want. Perhaps another real estate deal coming up. As you can see here,
According to experts, taking Karg Island is of course they can do that, but keeping Karg Island is another thing. And basically, if you take Karg Island, in order for you to keep it, you need to take the coastal on the Persian Gulf, the coastal line of the Persian Gulf, so that you can establish a permanent military base over there, man. In order for you to take off the coastal line over there, you need to take the mountain which are next to it, just in front of it. You have mountainous range. If you don't take those mountains, the Iranian will be shooting you from those mountains. They'll be shooting down at you, and then you'll be sitting duck. So you take the mountains, then it is all out war. That's a ground invasion for you, man. See? Through.
Continuing to get into it, laying it down and destroying a lot of these Iranian surface-to-air missile sites and ballistic missiles. And I'm told that's all the time I have, guys.
Lucas, thank you for breaking that down into American for me in terms of the distance to Diego Garcia. But could you also kind of break it down for us? What is the difference in sort of escalation in terms of distance that rocket was able to hit? And what does that mean for other interests in outside of the direct Middle East area?
Well, here's the good news, Charlie. That missile didn't hit anything. According to the Wall Street Journal, one of them failed, splashed down in the Indian Ocean. The other one was knocked down by an SM-3 missile. Only the U.S. Navy fires those, so that's from a guided missile destroyer shooting it out of the sky. But the big concern here, maybe not concern, but for it's just more proof that Iran has not been honest about its capabilities. For years, the Iranians insisted they had
Oh boy. And Iran, they just hinted, I think yesterday was the day before yesterday, they have nukes, man. I was listening to, who was this? It was not Scott Zitt. I was listening to this one guy, man. And Iran gave out 3 demands for a ceasefire. And when he interpreted those demands, it come off as Iran have nukes. Because they said we will be able to project our nuclear capability beyond the nation of Iran. It means they have missiles, man. Who knows, man? Iran is a great nation. They might have some missiles, man. Given your produced, we don't know that.
Have any missiles that went that far. They said the max range of their missiles was half that. They called it, defense for the region. The fact that they are trying to launch a missile, 2,500 miles, that certainly puts a lot of European capitals in range. Of course, a lot of American bases in range as well. So the concern is, one, that they are able to launch something this large, and also that they have that capability. But the good news,
if Iran can play around with America like this, how about Russia, man? You see, this is the book of Jeremiah 1, and verse 2. It reads, and I will send unto Babylon a furnace that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. See? You see? They will be against her round about. You see? Let me see. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, hold for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. He would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go everyone to his own country, for a judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. You see? Let me see. Verse 12. Set up the standard upon the wall of Babylon. We have done that through the scriptures, man. You set up the standard through the truth, through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Set up a barn upon a high mountain. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchman. Prepare the ambush. See, that goes into military ambush. For the Lord has both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitant of the Babylon. If you devise something, it means you want to take your enemy by surprise. You use deceit. You don't devise a plan to take out your enemy without using deceit. So this other nation, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, they have been deceiving America. And when this war intensify and start taking speed, you see, we are full-blown war. You see, you will see this other nation, they got missile, man. They got power. That's why the scripture say, let the weak say I'm strong. How is that, man? How will the weak say I'm strong? Because they will have something America didn't expect. You see? This is Jeremiah 3 and starting verse 9. Proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshare into sword, your pruning hook into spear. Let the weak say I'm strong. Assemble yourself and come over hither, and gather yourself together round about hither, cause I might want to come down your Yahweh. You see? Verse 12, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what you are saying. To the weak, how is the weak? That's the point. How is the weak say I'm strong? See? They're able to project, Iran was able to project power beyond Diego Garcia. So this other country who think to join America, like Saudi Arabia, I hear the news about Saudi Arabia thinking about how to join America. They will think twice. Even countries who were contemplating on what side to be on, they saw this power and said, hey man, we will be on the side of Iran. That's how alliances are formed, man, during war. Even Russia wasn't sure about it. I know they know, but they weren't sure in a sense like how long Iran will stand up against America. In order for Russia to come to the aid of Iran, they can't just come to the aid of Iran on a losing side. Iran need to prove that it can stand up against America, man. So that Russia can meet them on the middle. And Iran have proved that. And we have cargo ship from China carrying chemicals, see, to produce rocket. See, Russia, I heard one news that Russia will be helping Iran financially. Because right now, Russia, you see, will get that oil pumping. You see, because right now we're in the oil crisis, we get that oil pumping, they will get that money flowing. You see, so they will be able to help Iran, and China will be able to help Iran. You see, like now countries like Japan and South Korea they are through. The Philippines, this country in Southeast Asia, they are through. Because they depend like India. India depend like, I'm talking about 60% of their oil, they come from the state of Hormuz. So India will be through. Countries like Pakistan, man, this country have nukes too. Countries like Australia, man, through all the way. You see? And Africa, the African countries, they will starve. They will starve to death. You see? So anyway, we live in the day of judgment, man. See, we live in the day of judgment. And right now, the Iranians, they don't want to hear anything regarding a ceasefire or a peace treatment. They don't want to hear that. And that being mean to Isaiah 13:17, behold, they will stir up the media against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold they shall not delight in it. Their boys shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, and in Babylon the glory of kingdom, the beauty of the Chaldea excellence. That's what everybody wants. That they want that the glory of that kingdom to remain. All these news pundit men, you are Scott and everybody, they want that glory to remain, but it ain't gonna be so. You see? Shall be as when the Moshiach overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and some more. You see, the destruction of America will be beyond Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You see? You see? So the Persian were is ruling together with the Mede. You see? So when the scripture speak about stir up the Mede against them, that's you can include the Persian Esau. You see? The Median now are Russian and the Iranian and the Persian are Iranian. You see? So through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Hashem they are tied together. See? So through the spirit, the Russian ain't gonna just watch Iran gets destroyed. That's another point. And Iran have proven they can stand up for their own, man. They have proven to anybody to this as a country on the alliance with Iran, like China, Russia, you see, any other Shia country like by Iran, man, by Iran will be overthrown. Dubai will cease to exist, man. Saudi Arabia will be a desert. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem, I thought we see this. I say shalom. I hope you're edified. Also next.